Permafrost is thawing in the Arctic so fast that scientists are losing their equipment. Instead of a few centimeters of thaw a year, several meters of soil can destabilize within days. It often happens so fast we can't get out there and rescue it.
Here's a summary of the article.
Abrupt permafrost thawing has caused a large landslide into a side channel of the Mackenzie River in the Northwest Territories. Permafrost in some areas of the Canadian Arctic is thawing so fast that it's gulping up equipment left there to study it. Permafrost in some areas of the Canadian Arctic is thawing so fast that it's gulping up the equipment left there to study it. Turetsky's research, published this week in the journal Nature, looks at the rate of permafrost thaw across the Arctic and what its impact could be on attempts to limit greenhouse gas emissions that cause climate change. Wildfires, becoming larger and hotter every year over the Canadian boreal forest, are also causing rapid permafrost thaw. The landscape is going to be affected more and more every year by permafrost degradation, Turetsky said. We've got a lot of people living on top of permafrost and building infrastructure on top of permafrost. It's enough to sink northern budgets.
This post received a score of 20,111, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
People seem to think that climate change isn't an issue because the sea level will only rise a little bit. Pretty sure another big issue here is that as temperatures rise, the less adaptive species will die out, and cripple food chains, causing mass extinction of many animals.
The reality won't hit until tropical crops get devastated, i.e. when coffee, chocolate, tea, rubber and sugar start to cost 30x or 100x of 2019 prices. But then it'll be too late.
Damn, imagine the human migrations of billions.
If 1 million refugees from the First War partly caused by climate change Syria created so much political tension and anger in Europe. Imagine how that'll be with hundreds of millions of refugees pouring into these countries. Totalitarian governments where every square inch of space and every person is under surveillance 24/7 by AI will likely be the norm by the middle of the century. Even then, governments like that might not survive the human tidal wave of refugees. I'm worried we will look back at this period as an unusual peaceful period in history once the climate wars begin.
Or you'll straight up start to see fortified borders and shooting of refugees.
The Sea People invaded. We defeated the Sea People.
Actually, the Sea People were an apocalypse, wiping out established civilizations and nipping in the bud those forming all around the Med in the mid to late Bronze Age.
The Sea People themselves are theorized to be refugees of a changing climate as well from declining temperatures due to volcanic activity and famines caused by those changes. History doesn't repeat always, but it sure does rhyme at times.
I think a huge percentage of people who see this don't understand what it means, and how important it is.
Some people are worried about prehistoric viruses. And X200b. It's the methane. Definitely the methane we need to be terrified about.
Can you elaborate?
Basically, as the ice melts, it releases pockets of methane that have built up over the years. And methane traps around 30 times more heat than CO2.
Okay, sorry, I guess I should elaborate on my request. I understand that methane is getting released. I'm curious as to what it does. Why is it an issue?
It's basically CO2 on crack when it comes to the greenhouse effect.
Oh fuck. That is really bad. If you'll indulge this idiot. How did the methane get trapped there to begin with?
Produced by microbes as they consume organic matter.
It's like a tummy that had a lot of beans but its asshole has been plugged up by a frozen butt plug for thousands of years.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.